Yo, what's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, and you're now tuned into the Cowboys fans only channel. So go ahead, do your boy a favor, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, man, and comment, like, subscribe, somewhere down there, somewhere down there, somewhere down there. I wanted to quickly chime in because we know we got our quarterback. Yes, we signed our quarterback. So we're gonna dive in, man, and watch this Dak Prescott, live press conference together as a family, man. So go ahead, let's chime in, man. But Dak is back. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Something that will evolve, and we'll be having many more days that we can get back to business as usual. But be that as it may, I don't know that I've had the privilege to, in
Good old
any
Uncle
way,
Jerry.
much less an occasion like today, I've had the gentleman's story that we have with our quarterback.
Selling it.
And
Sell it. Sell that story.
Has so many aspects to it that go really far before he got to the Dallas Cowboys. And to me, when I think
lagging,
of our
y'all.
game,
The whole
and
stream
I
is
think
lagging
of,
for some reason. Jerry, get your quality
the
up, bro.
Cowboys, I think of the NFL. When I think of the journey that Dak has had to be at this particular spot here today, it's just great that our team and our organization and our fan base can get to be very part of it. What I will tell you is that among your ranks,
Jerry, a salesman,
among
bro.
some of the great names of the Dallas Cowboys, the Staubachs, the Romos, in fact, all but one of our great quarterbacks, except Andy Don, and he wasn't here to weigh in on it, from our fan base. And
That's
probably the most important thing from the organization and the people that Dak has been with over his career with the Dallas Cowboys. There has been no one that I've had the occasion to be a part of, from a player, coach, or otherwise, that enjoys the support about all of the right things that you and I want to aspire to be than Dak Prescott. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know that from the very beginning, we have certainly said that our future is with Dak. We are keenly aware that the process that we've done over the last several years has created, if you will, a conversation and maybe even a life of its own. Don't confuse that. Do not confuse that and the fact that how much I may have, we may have contributed to that. Don't confuse that with how right we think this decision is and how right and how much it's been there from the very beginning. This fits. This fits what I and what I want our Cowboy fans to think about when we think about the Dallas Cowboys.
That's what Stephen Jones doesn't have, y'all.
Snapped, and when it does, it can go any which way. And we do know we've got a lot of competition ahead of us. But if you're going to start with the fundamentals and you're going to look ahead, then I can tell you that the people that count, from the fan base to teammates to what is inside him and soul, the people that count are all worthy of us sitting here today making this announcement. So with no further ado, probably from the standpoint of him, one of the real easy decisions that I've had to make in my time with the Dallas Cowboys was to have Dak Prescott as the future regarding the quarterback position of the Dallas Cowboys. So with no further ado, here's Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Afternoon. Overwhelmed with so many different emotions right now, from love, from support, from the faith that has just been instilled in me by an amazing organization, from the support that Mr. Jones talked about that so many people came in on my behalf and spoke of. eagerness, excitement, anxiousness to give this organization and the Jones family everything that they invested in, and that's a Super Bowl, and that's to go win. And anybody that knows me, anybody that knows the way I approach life, is to control the things that I control, manifest my beliefs, have faith in that, and go out there and wait for the results to happen. And this deal was no different. As Mr. Jones says, this is the right fit. I grew up a Dallas Cowboy fan. Never in a million years did I imagine not being a Cowboy once I put on this uniform and put on this star. So through it all, through the 2 years, I guess you can say, or more, there was never a slight doubt in my mind that I wouldn't wear the star for the rest of my life. And as Charlotte told me a couple of days ago, is that when you sign that line, you're a Cowboy forever and you can't get out. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited to be
Charlotte,
here and to never leave. And I'm excited for what this organization, what this team, what the fans are going to get. And I'm excited just to go do it, just to know that this is my home. I'm not leaving. I'm a Cowboy, and this is only the beginning. Is just so much excitement for everybody that is involved and invested.
Outstanding.
Don't say nothing, Stephen. Don't talk, Stephen. Don't say nothing.
Yeah, Jerry, you alluded to it in your opening statement, but I believe this is the most prolonged negotiation you've had with a player since you've owned the team. Can you get into the complex and difficult factors that entered into why this went on longer than so many other negotiations you've had?
Good question, Dave.
Well, it went that way because it could. There was never a doubt in my mind when someone say, well, do you have, are you worried that Dak doesn't have his mind on his business and is thinking about his future and the contract? Well, Dak's his own worst enemy there, because Dak is going to think about making the play or doing the right thing at the time. So Dak's ability to basically zone in and focus and take it to the field I knew that we weren't dealing with something fragile.
Right.
Number one. And but he couldn't hide that at all. I think that
the stream is mad laggy, y'all. It's not me.
To basically, at least it's a mistake in my experience with the Cowboys. When I bought the Cowboys, apart from a lot of other things that were being said, it was very commonly said of how idiot I was for paying what I paid for the Cowboys. And that's not an exaggeration. That's firmly there. Well, I really got screwed. I ended up with the Dallas Cowboys. The truth is, most anything that I've ever been involved in that ended up being special, I overpaid for. Every time.
But what was the holdup, bruh? What was the holdup?
Anytime I've tried to get a bargain, I got just that. It was a bargain in a lot of ways, and not up to standard. And so the other thing that that our process of getting here from where we were, from Dak's rookie deal, I knew that Dak wanted to be here and really no place else. I knew that. And I think Dak knew that how good he fit here, although I can understand his apprehension. This was not a test of some sort of can Dak handle it or something like that. That wasn't the case at all. We've had some things that we needed to evaluate over the last 3 or 4 years. About the time that I thought I had it all figured out, not our deal with Dak, but about the time I thought I had a lot of things figured out, along came COVID. And all of a sudden, I have been in the National Football League when it couldn't pay its bills. That's how I got here. And it couldn't pay its bills, and that's not an exaggeration. And so you've got to look at the lay of the land
so the
as
Cowboys
it
are able to pay the National
and
Football
anybody
League's
that
bills.
Beginning last year didn't look at the overall lay of the land. So I'm going to blame a little of that ambiguity that happened with the COVID business and what have you on any measure that I might have had about, well, is this, how do we go, and really, how do we structure and how do we plan on going forward? I'm pleased to say that I read someplace where, well, Jerry's got a good feel for where they're going to be on their contracts, and so that's the biggest sign you got. He just signed Dak to a record contract. Well, so be it. Yes, exactly. I do feel good about our future. I feel great about our future. I don't mind telling you, the main reason I feel great is the guy sitting right next door to me, right here, with it. So all of those things came about, and we just had luxury. I don't know if that's the case, but we had the ability. I agree with you that there you could say, well, boy, you sure left Dak hanging out there real good. Obviously, he has the temperament for that, and I'm glad. I will tell you this: if there's a human breathing that I've ever met, that I'm proud.
Sell it, Jerry. Sell it, Jerry. Go ahead, Jerry. Sell it.
To the right.
Sell it, Jerry.
And Dak, following up on that.
Shut up, Steven.
This has been an unusually tumultuous time for young quarterbacks around the league. You hear more than you ever have about them moving on to different situations. Individually, how much does it mean to you to be able to know you're here for several years now? And do you think that really helps your career, that sort of stability with one organization?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think anybody in the NFL, being a Dallas Cowboy, that's going to help your career, to answer that one, and then to move forward. And through this whole time, as I said, I never had any doubt in my mind that I wouldn't be here. I'm a guy that lives and stands and moves every part of his body off the word faith. And then that comes from, excuse me, and remiss myself for not thanking all the millions of people, thousands of people who have helped me get here, from truly instilling their faith and believing in me, from my late mother, my late brother, my other brother Tad, my father, all my friends, my girlfriend, my team, D4K. I couldn't be, because what I do is I control the things that I control, as I said. So I have a great agent that I trust, Todd France, and obviously he did a great job. So I've trusted him, but through it all, I just focused on what I could focus on and controlled what I could control, and figured that if I did that, was the best individual that I could be in every aspect, I'll manifest what is out there for me. As I said, I'm a man that stands by faith and lives by that. So a lot of people will say, hey, you gambled and you did this and you did that when you could have taken that. But in this world, you get in everything that you or you get everything out of what you put into it. And I just know, from a little boy falling in love with this game to where I am now, and this love has grown further, I've put a lot into it, and I've got a lot more to give. So with that being said, never had any doubt that I wouldn't be here, that this deal wouldn't get done and be right for the both of us, and be right, as I said, for the organization and everybody invested. So I'm just thankful.
Hey, Dak, congratulations on the deal. We haven't talked to you since the injury. So
yeah.
Everybody saw you walk over here with 2 shoes on. Give us a health update.
I thought about jogging out here and jumping up on the stage, but I don't know if y'all are ready for that. But I'm healthy. Obviously, I haven't talked to you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank Cowboys Nation. Everyone out there that was praying for me, sent me their condolences. That's a feeling that I'll never be able to put in words, to be in that hospital bed, not knowing really what's going to happen, sitting there just coming out of surgery, but getting all the support, as I said, from family, from coaches, from former coaches, from teammates, and the Cowboys Nation, and even a lot of you. I'm just so thankful for that. But I'm healthy. As I said, I control what I can control. I followed the doctor's orders the whole time, put in my own work ethic to it. And as you said, you saw me walking out here. I've been on that field back there. I'm healthy. I'm getting close, but I'll be ready when it matters.
When will you be 100%?
So when I first got hurt, the one thing that I said I wasn't going to do is put a time point on it, because of so many different variables and things that can come up. And so, as I say, I'm ready and I'm getting close. I feel good. You saw me walk out here. I can do a lot of things that I obviously couldn't do weeks ago and even days ago that I'm doing today. So it's hard to say that I'll be ready in this time or that time, but I'll be ready when it matters, and I'll be more than healthy and better than I was before.
You talked about faith. Just my follow-up. You talked about faith and you gamble, and certainly you gambled on yourself last year. And on that field, when you got hurt, did it ever slip your mind or come into your mind in the hospital that you may have lost just because of most people out here, they saw the gruesome injury.
Yeah.
It's all of the, everybody was concerned about your health, but also
Clarence.
concerned about he may have blown his payday. He may have blown his opportunity because we don't know what's going on with the injury. Did you ever, in your mind, let yourself go that I may have lost this gamble?
No, as I said, I did. To me, it wasn't a gamble. So even there, sitting there with holding my leg or whatever on the field, trying to put it back into place, or later on being in the hospital and waking up from surgery, that's just what God's thrown at me. And if you've known my life, if you've known my story, whatever circumstance that is, I'm going to take it with a smile and be thankful that God has put me in this position to overcome it, to be an example to others. So never in a million years, and I have to thank, honestly, Alex Smith, because at that moment when you're sitting there and you have an injury like that, or you come out of surgery, to see somebody who's already done it and did it actually in worse circumstances, that allowed my mind just to go to straight, hey, I can do this. I'm going to beat this. It's just a matter of time, what the doctor's saying, but I'm going to beat this. So I have to thank Alex for somebody who's overcome that and won Comeback Player of the Year, and congrats to him. But as I said, if you know my story, you know where I'm from, the support I've had, and the belief that people instill in me. No, as cliche as it is, and I'll say it again, I mean, I'm insulted when people say I gambled, because you get out what you put into something, and as I said, I've given so much, I'm going to continue to give.
Gamble? Come on, Clarence.
And that's how you reap the reward, so appreciate it.
Dak.
All right, fam. So, I'm about to hop off, man. Got to get back to work, but we're definitely going to dive in live, man. I'm going on live with my crew, Star Game, tonight at 8 p.m. Central. Also going on with my guy, Sid, at 7 p.m. Central. So we're going to dive a lot more into this press conference. I want to kind of give you guys a glimpse so we can watch it kind of as a family. It was a little choppy here and there, but you guys heard the audio. End of the day, I'm excited that Dak Prescott is back. He's going to be the Dallas Cowboys quarterback for the foreseeable future. I feel like this is bringing some unity, some excitement across Cowboys Nation. I know we've been divisive, for the past few months, man, but finally we can kind of sit back. All right, we have our quarterback. Let's move on. Let's focus on football, and let's focus on getting 6 rings, man. It's your boy, J Tuck. Comment, like, subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter at JTuck151. I'll see you guys tonight. Peace.